What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having an awesome day. I want to give you an update as to what's going on in the Cottage Grove area. So we've got this house over here on 77290 on London Road. The house was built in 1925, sits on a little bit over an acre. It just came on the market 2 days ago. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 1304 square feet, and they're asking 339 for it. Based on everything I've seen without looking at it in person and digging deeper into the comps, they're probably right on the money for what they're asking for it. Again, we're in a crazy market, so market's a little bit slower just due to this time of year as well as interest rates. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up getting for this home. Property taxes are about 2,300 a year. Then we got this house over here on 375 Calapooya Way, built in 2004. Just came on the market 4 days ago. Sits on a .14 lot, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1008 square feet. I think if it had 3 full bedrooms, it'd probably be worth the price that they're asking for it. But again, we'll have to wait and see what happens with this one. Property taxes are about 2,900 a year. Then we got this one on 1142 Ash Avenue. House was built in 1904, .16 lot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,853 square feet. It's been on the market 59 days, and they just reduced the price from 390 to 380, so $10,000 price reduction. The house does have hardwood floors and a new roof that was installed in July of 2023 or this year. The primary bedroom is on the upper floor, so a bit of a drawback. You do have one of the bedrooms on the main floor, so if you want to get creative, again, I would check it out to see room dimensions, all that stuff. And if you want to check it out in person, give me a call at 54. Property taxes are about 2,700 a year. Then we got this house over here on 1522 Ash Avenue. It was built in 1972, and in my opinion, it doesn't even look like it was built in the 70s. So overall, whoever the builder was on this one did a really great job of completing the home. 2-car garage here, sits on a .16 lot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1995 square feet. Backyard's fully fenced as well, and it's a pretty nice sized backyard too. So for kiddos or dogs or animals, great place for them to play around in and just have a good time. House has been on the market 29 days, and they just recently reduced the price from 439.9 to 424.9, so $15,000 price reduction. Primary bedroom is on the upper floor, so something to be mindful of. Property taxes are about $3,000 a year. Then we got this house over here on 700 Sweet Lane. It was built in 2020. It is a manufactured home on its own land, double wide. Sits on a little bit over 2 acres. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,512 square feet. And as you would expect from a home built in 2020, all new laminate flooring, nice granite countertops. They don't mention what the countertops are, but just from what I've seen, it looks like granite to me. House has been on the market 36 days. They just did a price reduction from 519 to 499.9. So 500,000 essentially. So $19,000 price reduction. It doesn't have a garage. It does have a carport area for a boat or one of your nice cars you'd like to not get rained on and everything. Then there's parking on both sides, left and right. Internet's being a little bit slow today, so I'm not going to get into the pictures. But again, if you want to check it out, 700 Sweet Lane in Cottage Grove. And then we got this house over here, 77383 Mosby Creek Road. Nothing really special about it. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the house, but it's got good bones. You do have a metal roof here, so you're not going to have to worry about the roof for the next 40, 50 years. Definitely has like a log cabin look to it. It's very open, very bright. So there's a lot of great things about the home. It's just personally not a house that I would purchase. House was built in 1998. Sits on a little bit under a half acre, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1680 square feet. It's been on the market 106 days, and they just reduced the price from 579 to 539. So $40,000 price reduction, which tells me they're pretty motivated to get it sold, and they're willing to do what it takes to find the right buyer who is going to fall in love with this home. Property taxes are about 2,700 a year. Then we got this property over here, which I think is personally really cool. I would definitely encourage you to check this property out. The address is 32857 Fox Lane. Now, like with any home, not everything's going to be perfect, but overall, this house is really cool. There's a spot that's got a greenhouse with a rooftop area where you can see out to the views of the lake, as well as a deck that connects to like the family room, kitchen area with a fireplace that you can also look out to the deck. So, I mean, to the river, to the lake. So, really cool property overall. There's some funky stuff about this house, so I'd definitely love to know what you guys think about it. So, again, the address is 32857 Fox Lane in Cottage Grove. House was built in 1967, sits on about 19 acres, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3,904 square feet. It's been on the market for a very long time, 361 days, so 4 days shy of a year. They originally started back at 1.3 million and then recently dropped it from 1.1 million to 995,000. So about $100,000 price reduction, which tells me they're pretty motivated to get it sold. There's also a caretaker's home on here as well. So if you want someone who can utilize that space, definitely pretty cool to have that there as well. Property taxes are about $3,800 a year. And then this house here just recently did a price reduction as well, probably because this one is a pretty good comparable to it. When you get up into the millions, it's definitely more of your unique homes, so they're not going to match, exactly, but this is where you can see, like, when someone's looking into the $1 million price range, they're going to be looking at this home, and then they're also going to be looking at that home as well. So just something to be mindful of. They recently just reduced the price from 1.3 million to 1. So $1,075,000. So that's about a $225,000 price reduction. House sits on 75426 Williams Creek Loop. It's also right next to the Cottage Grove Lake, which is super cool. I looked at a couple of the pictures, and overall, super cute house, very bright. It is, from what I can tell, a split level. So you got 1,900 square feet on the main floor, 872 on the upper, and then 672 on the bottom floor. Primary bedroom is on the upstairs, so you're gonna have a couple of stairs getting up to that. Fourth bedroom's on the lower, third and second are on the upper, office is on the main. So dining, kitchen, living room are all on the main. So you're gonna have a little bit of stairs going up and down this house. Again, I would check it out. I think I like this one a little bit more, even though this one's a lot closer to the lake. But again, they each have their own uniqueness to them, so I would definitely encourage you to check out both. Property taxes are about $3,300 a year. Then we got this house over here that went pending after being on the market for 35 days. It was built in 1900, .34 lot, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1,456 square feet. And if I remember correctly, this one sat on the market for just a little bit before receiving their offer. So I'd be curious to see what they end up selling it for. And with me doing this on a weekly basis for you guys are also going to know, what happens with this home. So make sure you continue to stay tuned and watch what's going on in our market. Property taxes are about $2,000 a year, and they did no price reductions while they were on the market. So, 35 days after being on the market, It's very unlikely that they got their asking price, but if they stayed firm, there is a chance on that. So we'll have to wait and see. And then we got this house over here on 3697 Kennedy Lane. There's a lot of things I like about this house, especially this big deck here and all the windows here. Again, internet's being a little bit slow today, so I'll let you check that out in your own time. 30697 Kennedy Lane. House was built in 1973. Sits on about 3 acres and a half. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 24 square feet. It's been on the market at 194 days before receiving an offer. They originally started at 687.9, and then once they went to 639, they received an offer. So not a huge difference in price range. Definitely on the market for a while, and interest rates, time of year, all that stuff plays a factor. But it's interesting to note that they've definitely were able to get an offer here recently. So homes are still moving. So if you're interested in buying or selling, it's a lot more beneficial for buyers because you have less competition. But then because the market is still strong, it's still a great time to sell. But it's going to be more vitally important for you to price your home properly so we can get your price or more for the best terms. And again, there's a lot of strategies, marketing strategies that we can utilize to make that happen. So that's where I'd love to sit down with you and talk specifically about what that looks like for you and your home specifically. Then we got this house over here on 1707 West Main Street. It's built in 1967, completely remodeled. They pretty much updated it to the point where it looks like a home that you could rent out or that it was going to be utilized as a rental. Sits on a .617 lot, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 720 square feet. So definitely a small home. Was on the market for 31 days before eventually receiving an offer and selling. Property taxes are about $1,900 a year. So as you can see here, they were on the market the entire time at 294.6 and then did end up receiving their offer. So that's where it is possible that this one could also receive the asking price. So sometimes, it's again, that's where it's looking at your home specifically to determine, do we need to adjust the price? Do we just wait for the right buyer? Time of year, marketing, all that stuff. There's a lot of things that go into selling a home. So if anybody tells you that a house just sells itself, guaranteed if you only had one picture or no pictures or crappy photos or the house was just a complete mess, whatever the case may be, it's going to be a lot harder to sell it for the best price. So just something to keep in mind, that there are a lot of things that we as agents can do to get your home sold for top dollar. And again, your price or more for the best terms. So talking to a strong agent like myself who watches the market on a daily basis to understand what's going on is going to really serve you best at the highest levels. Then we got this house over here on 201 Talamina Drive. House was built in 1976. Sits on a little bit over an acre, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,750 square feet. House was on the market for 67 days before receiving an offer and then eventually selling. This is a pretty cool house as well. I would definitely encourage you to check out the pictures. 201 Talamina Drive in Cottage Grove. Property taxes are about $3,100 a year. They originally started at $519, then dropped the price to $499.9, and then eventually sold for $495 with conventional financing. So only a $5,000 price reduction from where they listed it, and then from where they originally had it, about $25,000 difference. So not a huge jump. So again, homes are still selling, and so that's where the more you can price it properly, the more that you're going to get the best price for your home. So that's what I've got for you here in the Cottage Grove area. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, give me a call at 541-515-9149 and would love to help you. I'll talk to you soon.